All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to EMP, Eternally Minded Podcast. My name is Kevin, and we're just going to keep going with this. We're not quite sure what will develop of it. We understand our limitations. We understand that we're dated. We are out of touch with the current generation. We're far from understanding the mode and move of social media. But there's a few things in life that are continuous. They're the issues that everyone deals with in every generation, in every society, every culture. The theme of culture might change, the ideas of culture might change, the language might change, but there are consistent themes throughout time that never change. And one of those is your identity. It's your authenticity. It's who you are. Truth never changes, no matter what happens. No matter what happens in life, these are the things that are consistent. And so every generation is faced with the same dilemmas of why are we here? What are we doing here? What is our purpose? Is there meaning to our existence? We're not molecules in motion. We're not floating around with just accidentally doing what we do, without any control. And so I think it's good to talk about these things. I've thought about these things my whole life. It's been one of the driving factors of my personal mission in life is to try to understand, is there a God? Can we know our Creator? Is there is there reason to any of this? And I think that that's why we're here. It's that I have thought through these things. I have a interesting worldview, a viewpoint on these things, and I feel like I've got something to add to the conversation. And so I want to try. I want to begin, even if it's difficult, even if there's a language barrier between us, even if you don't understand. Me, or if you can't sit and get past the drab nature of this stream, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to continue to fight. I'm going to continue to move forward. I'm going to continue to try to connect because because you matter. You matter. And in a day where culture is moving so fast, technology is moving so fast, I really believe that there's a need for the people of the past that have gained knowledge and wisdom and understanding to share that with the world. But we feel so inadequate because the world moves so fast, or maybe we move too slow. But we come to this place where there's a fear factor, there's a doubt, and people with wisdom and knowledge and understanding go, well, nobody wants it. Nobody wants what I have to say. And I guarantee you, the elderly in your community, you know how they get quiet. Some go the other route, and maybe they get too talkative, and you can know that there's really not much going on up there. But the quiet, the elderly that are quiet, that they don't talk, they don't engage, they don't interact. It's not because they don't know or they don't understand. It's that they know so much that they realize like nobody cares. Youthfulness and vigor breeds arrogance and stupidity, and you just want to shut your eyes. You want to shut your mind. You want to run into life and go for the gold, go for the pleasure, go for the things, go for what it has to offer, and the farther you go down that road, the more into the system you get, the more you realize there's just nothing there. Like it will always leave you empty. And so all I have to say is on that is there's things in life to go after. There's things in life to try to grasp, and they will stick with you, and it could do some good. It can do you some good to think a little deeper, to understand your purpose, to understand your creator. And if at the very minimum, at the very base level, to know that you're loved, to know that you're forgiven, and to know your creator, so that you can have that burden of pressure released of death, and you will know your savior, you will know your creator. And that to me is profoundly important to life. And I've made this analogy that life is like a trapeze act, and you're trying to jump from one platform to this swing or to this other platform, and maybe you want to do a trick in there, and that jump, right? You're 100 feet in the air, and that jump without a safety net, if you miss, could cost you your life. And you get one shot at it. You get one chance to jump. And so you're sitting there on this platform and you're going, what am I going to do? This thing is so far away. What am I going to do with my life, right? How am I going to live my life? If you get one shot at it and there's no turning back, there's no do-overs, you are in the trick, and the fear of death is always looming underneath you. And I guarantee you that fear, that even the smallest amount of fear and anxiety of death will hinder your ability to jump with all you have, and to give it all you have is the greatest chance of success of doing the trick, right? It's believing that I am going to do this, it is going to work, and I'm going to be successful. You have to jump with 100%. And when you have this loom of death underneath you, there's always that doubt and that anxiety that says, if I don't give it 100%, then there's the chance of failure. And that's life. Like, that is what life is, in an analogy. We all have death right underneath us, and Christ is the safety net that says, if you jump and you miss, I'll catch you and you win. And if you jump and you catch it and you do the trick, you win. And so there is no losing when you have Christ. It's knowing that death is no longer an option, that we go from life to life. And it gives you the ability to jump with all of your heart. And that's where success comes from. And so for me, I'm jumping with all I have. There's 100 things I could be doing other than doing this. This here is one of my greatest fears, is sitting here going online. And I say it all the time. It's very unpleasant. It's been a very difficult journey of trying to fight the fear of just turning on a camera and trying to open up and talk. And it just hasn't been easy. But I believe that there's something within me that I want to share, and I want to share it to you. And that to me, that connection is worth every bit of my fear, every bit of my discomfort. I could be out playing, I could be playing video games, I could be, doing far more things that I love. But I want to be here, because if there's a chance that one person can take away from my experience, I want to be here to share that. And if this amounts to nothing but just humiliation and ridicule, being out here trying to start a channel, at this point, I don't know. I don't know what that matters. That again could just be my own fear. But anyways, this podcast is just, it's just going to be a place where I want to come to share these ideas, and every little bit of it counts. And so even if this is just an encouragement to say, if you have ideas, go start a channel, turn on your camera, and just do everything you can to say what you have to say. Your voice is important. You are important. And times are going to change. You're going to feel inadequate. You're going to feel like you don't matter. But the reality is that you have one life. Give it 100%. Give it all that you've got. And your existence isn't just about you. There's people out there that can benefit from what you have. And it's good to know who you are, what your capabilities are, what you want to do, or what you feel you should do, and then knowing that success is not doing that thing. Success is journeying to do that thing, to be in a journey to be yourself, to fully walk in who you are, fearless, full of courage, love, humility, mercy, forgiveness, all of these things, to walk as Christ walked on the earth. He gave us the example of how we're supposed to live. And so if we're not living like that, then that's a really good indication right there that there's our room to grow. Do we have hate? Do we hate someone? Are we angry? Do we have unforgiveness in our lives? Do we hate ourselves? Are we angry with ourselves? Are we angry with God because we feel we've been dealt a hand of cards that sets us different than others? Well, guess what? My entire message hinges on this idea that our differences are our strengths, right? It's what makes you unique. If you had no differences and we were all the same, then you would really be meaningless. You would really have nothing to offer except just being, one more pawn in the game. But you are different. You are unique. You have something valuable, and you just have to unlock that within you. And I believe that, yes, you can unlock the potential of your flesh, of your body. You can go to the gym and you can choose to work out. You can go run. You can do stretching and calisthenics to unlock the potential of your fleshly being here on earth. It's the quickest way to show change or to show that you're changing to those around you. It's a visible thing that can happen. But guess what? It takes pain, it takes time, it takes endurance, consistency. And so there's a lot of things that you can learn by subjecting yourself to the trials and the traumas that you have to put your flesh through in order that it becomes something greater or something better, or maybe we'll just say it has different potentials that maybe your body didn't have before. You can run faster, or you could lift more, maybe you can attract more. But let's take that now and apply it to our mind. Our mind is a different entity all in and of itself, because it has different capabilities, such as thinking, wonder. It holds memories. It has a level of intelligence. It carries our emotions. It discerns the effects of our body. It discerns our communication. It holds our communication for talking to others. So the mind is this completely separate entity that is operated by our flesh. Of these, and these are all words I'm just not too familiar with. So these are all just ideas, but you can apply the same thing to your mind. What in your mind can you better? Can you better your memory? Can you pick up a book and read and study and learn more? If you're a poor speaker, or if you get anxious, what is anxiety and fear? When you turn on a camera and go live, can you test, or can you do that and get better at a skill? I mean, there's no comparison to how I am now to where I was. I couldn't even look at the camera. I would always be looking away or darting. I didn't have words. I couldn't think of anything. I was so afraid of what might come out of me that I would be just filtering everything through my ego, that fear ego. And then it just sets you back, and it's a snowball of disaster. It all just goes away. And here I am, years later, of practicing and trying and doing, and now here I am, like, yeah, I might set back a little bit in time. Yes, I might get thrown off by a movement in the room or start overthinking something. But man, what I'm doing right now, this was completely impossible a few years back, a number of years back. It would take hours to try to communicate anything that just didn't sound totally phony and fake. And so you can exercise your mind, you can exercise your body. But when you go so far to say that we have something greater, the breath of God, we have a spiritual being, there's something within us that's more than just a mind and a body, and that's our spirit. And our spirit is the true central us. It's the transcendent us, right? And so they say Watchman Nee, he says that the three essential components of our spirit is our intuition, and that's how we hear. That's how we hear from our Creator, is we intuitively know. And the definition of intuition in the dictionary, the last time I checked, was to know something before it had the ability to pass through our mental faculties. So it's like, here is your mind, and it does all of our thinking and knowing, our conscious, our subconscious, and that's where things get complicated. But to know something before you have the ability to process it with your mind. So before you can even think about it, you know it. And the antidote, if you need a story, it's like, they say they call them coincidences. Like, you think of someone, and right when you think of that person, they call. Or maybe you're in the front yard and you just have a really bad feeling, like something all of a sudden is not right. You just know it to not be right. And then you think of someone, and you go looking for them, and then you find them in the backyard like a child or something, and maybe they're in a place of trouble. But there's antidotes like these all the time. They chalk them up as coincidences, but it's a real thing. This idea of intuition, to know something before the ability to process it. And then we have our conscience, and the conscience is that right and wrong. The cartoon of the good angel and the bad angel on our shoulders. It's like in all of our situations, we're being pulled one way or the other. Do I do this or do I do this? Should I go this way or should I do this? And that dichotomy, that pool of right and wrong, everyone has it. We do things, and all of a sudden, it may not be illegal. It may not be, we might not think like there's anything wrong with it. No one's going to catch me, or no one knows. But then we know that it's wrong. We know that what we did is not right. And or the opposite, we do something, and we give someone, we give a homeless person something. Why would we do that, right? Like what benefit? No one sees us. No one knows. We're never going to see this person again. But we do it, and all of a sudden we walk away, and we just feel this sense of right, this sense of honor. And, at what benefit? At what benefit to us? And so the conscience, our conscience, that knowing right and wrong, and it's not always consistent. What is that? What is that within us that pulls us to knowing right and wrong? Who knows? And then there's the last one of the spirit, is our communion with our Creator. There's every C.S. Lewis said, every hole that we have in our being, there's something to fill it. If we're cold, we can put on a jacket. If we're hungry, we can eat food. Everything that we have, every desire that a person could have, or anything could have, there's something that can fill that desire. Except, well, I don't want to say except, but as well, that desire for our Creator, our longing of wonder. Everyone has this wonder of where are we from? Why are we here? What is our purpose here? Where are we going? You know, as far as I know, humans are the only creature that wonder about these things, and so every hole that we have, there's something to fill it. And so why wouldn't there also be something to fill that hole of wonder? And I know that there is something to fill that hole of wonder, and it's up to each of us to find that, or at least to have that dilemma. So, anyways, we're gonna stop here. I'm gonna do a quick reading since we've been reading this Bible also. This here is the New Testament, all four New Testament Gospels condensed into one. So it's one read, and we'll get through all four Gospels. So all the information will be there in what scholars believe would be chronological order. So we're at the very beginning. So a little short paragraph. During Elizabeth's 6th month of pregnancy, God sent the angel Gabriel to a virgin girl who lived in Nazareth, a town in Galilee. She was engaged to marry a man named Joseph from the family of David. Her name was Mary. The angel came to her and said, "Greetings, the Lord is with you. You are very special to him." But Mary was confused about what the angel said. She wondered, "What does this mean?" And the angel said to her, "Don't be afraid, Mary, because God is very pleased with you. Listen, you will become pregnant and have a baby boy. You will name him Jesus, and he will be great. People will call him the Son of the Most High God. And the Lord God will make him king like his ancestor David. He will rule over the people of Jacob forever. His kingdom will never end." Mary said to the angel, "How long will this happen? I am still a virgin." And the angel said to Mary, "The Holy Spirit will come to you, and the power of the Most High God will cover you. The baby will be holy and will be called the Son of God. And here's something else. Your relative, Elizabeth, is pregnant. She is very old, but she is going to have a son. Everyone thought she could not have a baby, but she has been pregnant now for 6 months. God can do anything." Mary said, "I am the Lord's servant. Let this thing that you said happen to me." Then the angel went away. All right. Thank y'all so much for being here. God bless y'all. Be encouraged. This world has a lot to discourage you about, and but I just want this place to be a place of encouragement. So thank y'all. Take care, and we'll see y'all next time.